What's up, everybody? I'm Adam Salter, and welcome to the Salter Pepper Experience. This is my first year really growing peppers. I've always been a very big spicy fan, love spicy foods, everything spicy. But this year I decided to start growing my own peppers. I did not have very much success. I'd made a lot of mistakes, but I have learned a ton over the last few months. And so I started this YouTube channel for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to document all these different peppers that I'm eating. I'm trying as many different peppers as I possibly can so I can understand how the flavors all taste. I also want to document some of the growth of starting seedlings and things like that. But I want to use this as an opportunity also to give back to the community, which has done so much, has taught me so much, and now I can't wait until next season. So today we have the Carolina Reaper. This thing is absolutely blazing hot. We're gonna start this show out with a bang. This comes in at around 2.2 million Scoville units. And I got this beautiful pepper from a really good friend of mine, Big Ed, over at Spicy Caballero Seasonings. If you all have not heard of Spicy Caballero Seasonings, you absolutely need to check out his Facebook page. He makes the most amazing rubs for chicken, for pork, for beef. Doesn't matter what it is, he makes phenomenal rubs. And he grows his own peppers and he blends these up to make some of the best and some of the hottest blends. But he also has many blends that some that are sweet, some that are not very hot, but he has some that are very hot. And he uses all of his own peppers. And this is one of those. So Ed gave me this pepper to try, to see what it's like. And I know this is going to be an experience. And all of these peppers are an experience. Every one is somewhat different, especially these super hots. These that are extreme, you know, a jalapeno, you're talking up to maybe 8,000 Scoville units at the top end. This one here is 2.2 million. It's considered the world's hottest. So we're not gonna wait any longer. Let's go ahead and dig into this pepper and see how she tastes. So I just cut it open. I always like to check the insides, make sure we don't have any little friendly bugs or anything inside these peppers that are crawling around. Take a little smell of it to make sure it's all good. Whew. That thing has some serious aroma. Lots of oil in this pepper. It's all over the knife blade. And man, this is definitely going to be an experience. Cheers, here we go. These Carolina Reapers aren't the hottest peppers or aren't the biggest peppers in the world. They're definitely the hottest. They're not the biggest, but man, do they pack a punch. Very powerful. And one thing that you have to absolutely do when you're eating a pepper that's this hot, you have to chew it up very well. Take your time, especially if you're not used to eating these things, or it will do some serious pain on your stomach. And I always prepare a little bit with some milk and yogurt before, just to make sure, a little bit of extra insurance. And you would think that with a pepper this hot, there can't be any flavor, that it's just all heat, all in your face. And you definitely get that heat. It feels like there's 1,000 needles in your tongue, like somebody has a blowtorch on the back of your throat. But at the same time, this Carolina Reaper actually has a lot of flavor. It's a very good pepper. Big Ed did a great job growing this one. This is gonna be a phenomenal pepper blended up in one of his spices for sure. Oh man. It has a little bit of a fruity flavor to it actually, and a little bit of sweetness. That's just shocking to come from a pepper that's this hot. It's all over my tongue right now. It's really burning bad. It's not really in my cheeks. It's not really, anywhere else in my mouth. But wow, it's all over my tongue, all over the back of my throat. Such a cool experience. The other thing with these peppers, with a lot of them, is that it takes time to build sometimes. You will get some initial heat and you think, that's not bad. Just wait. Just wait. Sometimes it just climbs and climbs and climbs and climbs. And as soon as you think it's done and it's peaked, you start to let your guard down. No, it has some more to go. Almost done. Whew, there we go. We took that one down. And now let's see how long this ride lasts. I can feel it in my eyeballs. I can feel it in my nostrils. My whole body's just starting to kind of warm up. My throat, the heat is just increasing. It's definitely nowhere near its peak at this point. It still has some time to climb. And this one will take some time to ramp down too. Once it hits that peak, it's gonna take a while to ramp down. The throat, the heat is just expanding. It's like a furnace. Wow. But man, it's a good pepper. It is actually a really good pepper. You can add this pepper to some sauces or some salsas, but you really don't need much. You can blend it with some milder ones. But it's a really good pepper. I haven't grown any of these. Big Ed has quite a few plants of these. And he's done a phenomenal job. He's let me try a few of his other peppers, and they've all been great. I'm on a mission, like I said, to try as many of these peppers as possible. I'm interested in seeing what the different heat level is, how it impacts my body differently. This one right now, I feel it all in my arms. It's crazy. It's like the goosebumps. It's like I have goosebumps everywhere. I can feel my eyes watering. My nose is starting to run. My throat, it hasn't slowed down. That heat has not slowed down. The saliva really builds up a whole lot in your throat too when you eat these super hot peppers like this. And I find sometimes that if I have milk right now, it may help a little bit with the initial burn, but I like to actually let it ride out as opposed to drinking milk. I never drink water with these. Water actually increases the heat. And when you're already at upwards of 2.2 million, you don't need any more heat. That's more than enough. More than enough. Oh man. Ooh, that's a good one. These Carolina Reapers are no joke. I have had a couple of other peppers that I think were equal to this in heat, potentially even a little bit hotter, although according to Guinness Book of World Records, this one is the hottest pepper in the world. The 7-pot douglas, for me, burns differently, and I think it climbs even to a higher point. There's another pepper that I've had. I have no idea what it is. I actually got it from Spicy Caballero's garden, and that pepper, not sure what it is. It was labeled as one thing, and it turned out to be something else. But that pepper lit me up, really lit me up. I think it may have surpassed, the heat of that particular pepper may have surpassed the heat of the Reaper. Again, it hasn't been tested to be hotter than the Reaper, but you can have multiple peppers on the same plant of the exact same variety, obviously. And those, there can be quite a bit of difference in between the heat levels, or you can have two different plants, the same variety and the same thing, different heat levels. So you can definitely have something of one variety that's hotter than something of another variety that's rated as a hotter pepper. And in this case, I think I definitely did do that with both the 7-pot douglas, which is a chocolate variety of a super hot, and right now that is ranked as the third hottest pepper in the world. And that one I believe was a little bit hotter. Although this one is extreme. This heat is extreme. You feel it throughout your entire body. Your throat just blows up. It's really hot on the back of your tongue. The heat just comes out of your eyeballs, out of your nostrils, everywhere. So it is the experience. That's part of the reason why I call this the Salter Pepper Experience, is because every pepper is a unique experience. Every one of them, they all burn differently. You react to them differently, but it's a fun ride the whole way. All right, I can't wait to do more videos for all of you. I'll be putting these out a little bit more regularly. And once again, big thanks to Big Ed, Spicy Caballero Seasonings. Phenomenal rubs. And that's a phenomenal pepper, Big Ed. Appreciate you, brother. We'll talk to you next time. All right. Man, it's been about 10 minutes. And that pepper was stupid hot. Stupid hot. But what a ride. It was awesome. Man, I got up and that heat just kept going. I thought when I got off of the video that I had pretty much reached the pinnacle of how hot that thing was going to climb, but it kept climbing. It went up. It went up for another couple of minutes. It went up, and man, that thing was hot. It's finally come down. I still feel like I could start a forest fire if I got a little too close to the trees right now, but yeah, it just kept getting hotter. It feels really strange. You get these tingling sensations in your body, and it's all starting to come down now. So what a ride. That's a great pepper. If you haven't tried the Carolina Reaper, you might not want to try the whole thing, but you should definitely give it a taste, see what you think. If you've had the Reaper, let me know what you think. What do you think about the flavor? What do you think about the heat? How did you react to it? It's I can pretty much always take the heat that's in my throat and in my mouth, but if it gets down into my belly, oh man, that's a nightmare. It could put you into the fetal position if your stomach's not ready. Fortunately, I had pre-gamed enough before eating this pepper that I don't have any problems. I did have a little pain in the top of my stomach right after the video, but it went away real quick. And now I'm almost completely in the clear. Very little heat inside of my mouth now, and man, I'm ready for the next one. We'll see you all later.